Oh, yes, pet peeves. What are they? Well, let's refer to the most valuable and feasible dictionary every enlightened individual should refer to for enlightenment. Urban Dictionary defines a pet peeve as something or a set of things that an individual finds very annoying. Look, no one wonders this, but it'd be a disservice if I failed to elaborate further. Peeve is derived from the much older word peevish, which means querulous or easily irritated. Now, I have no idea what querulous means, but peevish comes from the late Middle English, with examples appearing as early as 15th century. And that's all the research I care to do right now. But I spent so much time creating this video, so it'll mean a lot to me if you repay my girlfriend's endless cuddleless nights with a comment or two below. That being said, the first on this list are salespeople. These fucking guys. Salesman, saleswoman, salespeople, take your pick. I can't with these people. Take, for example, the other day I went to the bank to cash a check, and upon cashing this check, the lady at the counter said, Vincent, have you spoken to Jolene yet? And I'm
NANI?
over here like, who the hell is Jolene? I am here to catch a check. Nothing more, nothing less. Look, we've all been in that situation where you have to sit down and talk to the bank representative, who I think they're just a glorified salesperson, about getting a credit card. Like, I don't want a credit card. And yes, I know it builds credit, but I'm just not in the market for one right now. I don't need you ambushing me and telling me about the best credit card for me to look into. For students, build credit, get 1% cash back. Shitty 1% cash back, by the way. Now, look, I'm not shaming people who have credit cards, but it's just not for me at the moment. And can I cash this check and just go home? Man, the next kind of salesperson are those multi-level marketing people, like those girls who text old friends from high school and be like,
Hey girl, ready to be your own boss? Well, I'm gonna give you a package.
and you have to pay like $500 to get a starter pack. Like, I don't want to pay money to make money unless I'm doing a YouTube channel, not selling someone else's product. Next on this list are one-uppers. I can't stand these people. Oh, you have one pimple on your butt cheek? Well, I have 10. Oh, you ran 8 miles on the treadmill? I ran 7,000. These guys try to one up you on everything. And I think these people are just braggarts who have fragile egos and suffer from low self esteem. Look, I got really dark, but stop it. No one cares what you did. Just let me have my shine and then you can have yours. Next up are parental shenanigans. Now, not everything, but I will highlight one thing is the mind games parents play sometimes. You go to your mom and ask, hey dad, can I go to the football game with Jack and Sarah? Oh, go ask your father. And you go to your dad and he says, well, have you asked your mother? And you tell him yes. And he still tells you to go ask her. Like, bro, I just gave you confirmation. There needs to be more communication on your end. Just give me a solid answer for once. I'll never know. Look, I know I'm 21 now and I live by myself, but that is still a pet peeve. Another one, and this one is, I just hate, this one is more of a mom thing. Look, I love my mama, love a great woman, biggest inspiration in my life. But when I break a plate, my mama sits there and stares at me dead in the eyes. Why did you break this plate?
Bruh.
I didn't do it on purpose. I'm not sitting there thinking, oh, which plate am I gonna break today in my mother's wonderful rare collection? You know? So at some point, when she'd ask me that, I'll just be like, oh, I'll buy you another one. And she'll get mad and say, money is not the problem. She'll get so mad and I wouldn't understand. Because every time I break one, not intentionally, by the way, she would get mad. You know? Look, it was a mistake. I'm not gonna grow up one day and become a serial plate breaker, you know. In my house, they call me the destroyer. And that is just so unfair. But hey, I have come to accept that, what's the word, pseudonym? So, Look, I love my mama. I'm just venting. Moving on. The next people, let me not say people, that is so out of touch. The next pet peeve I have are runway models. Now, I'm not talking about those British models or those exotic looking ones. No, I'm talking about people who walk in public places as if they own the place. People are obviously walking behind or next to them and they choose to stop abruptly as if their mama owns the place. Look, the other day I was about to get on the bus and this girl just stops there and starts having a conversation.
Really, nigga?
With some other girl, like, hello, I gotta go home and beat my meat. There are many things that are more important than your little conversation. Like, can I get on the bus? Girl, move. Anyways, another one are impatient talkers. These people talk over you when you're clearly still in the middle of forming a thought or a sentence. Now, mind you, some people, a very huge, a very small minority, do this unknowingly. But some people do it on purpose. And I don't know if it's some kind of curse or not, but they can't help it. They just want to interrupt you and start a new story. You could be talking about how you passed your test the other day, and they'll just jump into a new story about how their cousin's brother, sister got an STD. Like, dude, can I finish a thought first? Man. And this next one, it has been bothering me for some time. Like, look, I'm not trying to take any high grounds here, but this one really gets to me sometimes. Like, this one makes every part of my body shrivel up and die inside. I call these people havenders. Why? Look, these guys have an opposition to using the word have. You know? Look, I know vocabulary changes every day, but this is a constant. Have is a verb and off is a proposition. There's no such thing as must off, should off. It's must have, should have. Look, let me spit some knowledge real quick. A preposition is a word governing a noun or a pronoun and usually appears before or after a noun. Shout out to Google. For example, the man on the platform. She arrived after dinner. She should have done a lot of work. Next is a verb. A verb is a word used to describe an action or an occurrence, usually forming the main part of a sentence. Now look, you can't conjugate the word of, but you can conjugate the word have, which makes it a verb. I have, you have, he has, she has, we have, they have, and so on. So next time you try to murder vocabulary, please think twice or risk sounding verbally illiterate. Moving on. The next one are public nuisance. Nuisance. Oh, man, I just spoke about grammar and I'm over here messing this up. Look, these people have no regard for public surroundings. Look, Exhibit A. People who just start singing in public for no reason. One day, I think this happened like a year ago when I first got to the college I'm at right now. This still haunts me to this day, but on one pleasant Tuesday evening around 10 after my math class, I was sitting on a full bus waiting to head home, and this girl just started vocalizing. She had headphones on. Like, sis, you have no self-awareness if in the middle of a school week you're on a bus full of probably stressed out college students on a Tuesday night at 10 o'clock and you think it's the best time to practice vocal control. Despicable. Exhibit B. Those people who walk around campus with those fat ass speakers on their shoulder or on their backpack or whatever brand you have these days and blast music around campus. Like, my dude, no one wants to listen to your shitty taste in music. Look, I like K-pop and some other genres of music that most people aren't akin to. I don't go around blasting it around. Like, this is not your living room. This is a public space. Invest in some darn headphones. Up next on the chopping block is PDA, what we all know as public display of affection. Now, I'm a strong pioneer of mind your business, but I don't think you should be sticking your tongue down someone's throat when there are other people around you. Like, look, a little peck on the cheek or a little kiss goodbye on the lips is fine, but I don't need a whole Hollywood section reenacted when I'm trying to eat. Like, one time I went to a restaurant to eat some good fish when I was down in Houston with my girlfriend, and there was this one couple, man, they were going at it, like just in each other's faces. Like, dude, save that for the bedroom. You're ruining it. Come on. Man, the next thing I hate, look, I don't hate old people, all right? So don't get this wrong. Don't take this out of context. Those people who use when I was your age. And when I say, look, I'm talking about the extreme ones that think their times slash generation was the best of the best. Now, look, every person in your generation might think that, but these guys are extreme.
Back in my days, we didn't have all these screens. Back in my days, we went to school and it actually mattered. Back in my days, we didn't have so.
Shut up, dude. It's a new age. Times change. I'm sorry we have smartphone screens, but maybe it eases the pressure of getting a college degree that probably won't get them their dream job, drowning in college debt and living in constant existential dread. Did you think about it? Did you think about that? No. You're over here sitting in your nice house that you probably paid what $20,000 for, and a good education you probably paid $200 for per semester. Look, we're not saying we're perfect, but damn, cut us some slack. Jesus. Look, this next one is close to my heart and every other anime fan out there. Anime and cartoons are not the same thing. Cartoons are for children and almost everyone, but most anime is not for children. Have you guys seen High School of the Dead? That is not for kids. They got big titted women in there shooting guns and killing zombies. That is not for children. You know? Bruh. Y'all hear that? Yeah, this one's for the fellas. You ever zip your pants and a piece of your appendage gets caught in the crosshairs? Yeah, y'all fellas felt that, didn't you? Anyways, number 13. Look, this is supposed to be a top 10, but I'm gonna add a little extra for the real fans out here. Anyways, chewing with your mouth open. Look, I believe 95% of the population of the world can't stand anyone who does this. Look, no one wants to hear you chew with your mouth open. Please be considerate of the people around you. Know when you're in the comfort of your home, you can open your mouth and enjoy your food. But I don't want to hear that when I'm trying to relax or read a book. I don't need you going, like, that's nasty. Close your mouth while you eat. Anyways, that is the end of this video. Thank you all for watching. And if you liked it, or if you have some pet peeves to share or some experiences, go ahead and leave them in the comments. Trust me, I read every comment. I don't have as many, help me. But yeah, I didn't really script an outro for this video. So if you like the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe even. Thank you guys for watching. Vincent out.